Oh, DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, today, I guess I'm going to try and do this Veda thing again today. The title was A Day in the Life. Now, I didn't know if that meant, what would be your typical day or talk about a day. Now, I guess that, it's kind of fun to talk about a day, I suppose. I'll probably talk about what I probably would call the longest day of my life. That was the birth of our second son. So we had my in-laws over, so my mother-in-law was over to be with us, especially to take care of first son of DC, and Mrs. DC. She was having a few blood pressure problems. So we were walking a lot, and they'd started to have the usual birth pains and so on. That I was going to say at the right intervals, put it that way. So we went already to the hospital. It was in the village, so it was a village hospital in Bern, not very far from Bern. So we were walking around, and then when things started, it just kind of like went normal and not normal. What I mean by that is that Mrs. DC started to have, the contractions and all that. And the baby was kind of ready to come, but got stuck. Very complicated situation. We spent, overnight. We had I was going to say, there was one of the nurses that was there who had worked in Africa many years. And she was really very experienced in her job, But the doctor, so the gynecologist at the time, went and gave Mrs. DC some stimulants, basically, for the contractions. And I know that the nurse was rather annoyed that he had done that, because by doing that, she was pushing when she shouldn't have, put it that way. And the child's head had swollen and couldn't come and was blocked. And so we went hours overnight. I basically slept, I was going to say, on the floor or and I was breathing with her, as they teach us. But in the morning, nothing was going on, and it was like an emergency situation. It was we've got to operate, either we could end up losing both. So it was a cesarean section, a C-section, and I was there to know what was going on. Of course, I wasn't inside the operating room, but I did have the child. First off, we had camera problems. So I think actually the ladies gave me a picture that they took, because the camera for some reason blocked. And the nurse, actually, she told me, she says, it's a good thing we're in a hospital here in the Western world. She said, because there is without a doubt that you would have lost both your wife and your son if we had been in the bush, like I've experienced many times before. So all in all, it was about a 36-hour labor. It was the longest day of my life. That was a day in my life, yeah. So, but yet now, that's second son of DC. He's 30 years old, turned 30, and another joy of my life, And when you think about it, yeah, sometimes I know pain and suffering, but like Mrs. DC said, once the child's there, yeah. So yeah, that is a day in my life. A day in our family life. Okay, so that'll be one of the Veda videos. DC signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.